Hey guys, this is just off a cuff. You know, I don't understand how people can just allow evil to happen even in their own families. You know, I have seen so much garbage. I've seen so much hurt that people have dealt with, and it just, it's unthinkable, you know, especially what's going on in America. And not only America, but around the world. You know, it's going to get even darker, you know, as the days go on. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, tend to throw God off, you know, push him to the side and, you know, really have nothing to do with him or consider that he's a fairy tale. But I have seen so much in my own walk with Christ that it's just amazing that, you know, not only is he real, but just the work that he can do in people. I mean, I've seen a video where this gentleman was intoxicated, and some people prayed for him, and God took the intoxication away and healed him. I've experienced, you know, praying for somebody with two others. You know, this lady was going to get her leg amputated, and we prayed for her, and one person saw like a vision of blood flowing through their leg, and so the lady went to the doctor, and no amputation was necessary. I've seen God work amazingly, you know, when we ask for God to heal somebody, you know, heart-wise, for God to just bring such a change in their lives. And so it's really amazing just how God can work through people. And, you know, people want to say that Jesus is, you know, he isn't real, or, you know, there isn't any significance. There's no reason for people to give their lives to God, but there is. You know, there is life in God. There is so much enjoyment and satisfaction and just a place of being welcome. And that's what the world needs. The world is broken. And only God can bring that person from that brokenness into full healing. And I have seen it in my own life, you know, and it's just like the Matrix movie, how everybody that was supposedly in the world that Neo's seen, they were all asleep just to be woken up. And, you know, Neo's eyes were opened to the fact that that wasn't the real world. And so once he woke up, you know, he was shocked. So in the same way, the people that are in this world right now are asleep. They don't know their true selves until they come to God. Until they give their lives to Jesus, then they can see how far off track that they have came and how far they have been. And that's just it. You know, we may encounter people that are hurt, people that are angry, people who are self-proclaimed atheists or agnostics or whatever it is, whatever it may be. And it's all caused by the hurt of this world. But once they come to know God, their lives are different. Their lives are changed because God meets the need in their own heart if they only give their lives to him. And that's what's just so amazing, is that God can take a man that's angry and totally take the anger away and replace it with love. God can show himself to an atheist to prove that, you know, he really does exist. And not only that, but that he loves them. And the same with agnostic, you know, who cares where somebody has come from? They could be the most radical Muslim that has probably killed. And like Paul, God can just take the scales off their eyes so that they can really see how, you know, how far away they have come from him. So, you know, this is just something that I was moved to make, you know, and it's going to be a real short video, but it's just I'm still amazed about what God can do, and just how when believers can get together and pray for somebody who is broken, how much change can be, brought in their lives. And I recall, when I led my own mother, I was learning about healing, and healing can come when we ask for forgiveness, when we can forgive those that have hurt us. And, on one side is the will to punish those that have hurt us. But if we're willing, we can forgive, and there could be so much healing that could come from that. And I remember just leading her, I had her list down all the people that have hurt her in her past, what they did, and, even if those people aren't living anymore, she sat down and she pretended as though they were there, and she just, let all of her hurt out. And I asked the Holy Spirit to bring his healing, and he did so. And she felt as if God was like ripping out the pain out of her own heart. And my own wife, even when we met, I had her list all the people that have hurt her, and she did that. And she didn't want to let me know what was going on. She didn't want me to know all the personal stuff. But she would call out from the other room, okay, and then I asked the Holy Spirit to, go in and heal her heart. And so God brought healing to her. And it's just so amazing. I mean, Jesus isn't just, this is a cliche to say, but he isn't just a cross on top of a building, or just a man depicted on the cross. There is so much more to Jesus than what people realize. In him, there is life, and we can access that life by just asking him in, and asking him to bring healing to somebody, to bring life to them. And, he can bring the change to any broken heart. So, he is more than just, a man in a picture holding a lamb, or just a man on a cross. There is so much more to him. He is still living after 2,000 years, and he makes intercession for us. And when we go to pray for somebody, he's there. He said, when two or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. So, whenever we ask him to heal somebody, he co-labors with us. When we ask him to bring healing, he brings healing to that person. So we work along with him. So, I just want to end it here. I just felt moved to make this video. And, if you haven't experienced the love of Jesus, I would just ask that you, sit with him, tell him the hurts. He knows exactly what you're going to say. He knows about your hurts. But just ask him in. If you've lived a broken life and you've had a broken heart, just say, Lord, come into my life. Just bring the change that you need to make. Lord, you know exactly where my hurt has come from, but I'm not going to hold on to the hurt anymore that people have done to me. I forgive them. And you can list each, in the presence of God. When you're talking to him, just list, how they have hurt you, and then forgive them. And then just move on. And then not only that, but ask God, Lord, what do you want me to do for you? How can I serve you? And, just experience him daily. Learn to hear his voice. And I tell you, once you experience his love, you're going to wonder how you ever lived without him. So, I'm just going to end it here. Thank you for watching.